Do you know what
Nice.
this room is? Do you know what this room is? This is where we did all the visual effects for the movie.
In this literally room.
Well, we spent 12 hours a day in this room doing the visual effects.
Is that true?
It is 100%. There's a giant screen on the other side of that curtain.
That's funny. The secrecy.
It's efficiencies at Marvel. Efficiencies.
I understand. Oh, wait, are we all set? Yes. Oh, right on. Sorry about that.
No time wasting. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I got a bunch of questions for you. Let's try it. I'm sure you're ready.
Yes.
Here we go. I'm asking everyone this.
Okay.
Favorite moment from filming Avengers 2?
A favorite movie from filming this movie? Well, I would say there are two. One is walking on the set of Avengers Tower for the first time, and seeing how massive it was and how special it was, because the first movie took place on the helicarrier with a lot of the characters sitting around talking on the helicarrier. In this movie, it's Avengers Tower, and our production designer Charlie Wood, I thought, knocked it out of the park. And I didn't know a set could be that big in the soundstage. So that was very exciting, and to walk around and just keep going and going. And the other one really was being in on the Sokovia set in Hendon, outside of London, which was the biggest outdoor set we've ever had too. And walking through it, and really, for the first time in any of our movies, feeling like it was all real.
When I was on set, I watched Vision and Thor fighting.
Which set was that?
In the Avengers Tower.
Right.
And I believe that scene that I watched was not in the movie. So let's talk about deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Are there a lot?
I wouldn't say there are a lot, and even that, I would say, what preceded that beat is in the movie, and what comes right after that
Yes.
beat is in the movie.
Totally.
It was just an extra, which is why it fell out. But there'll be a handful. There'll be a handful of scenes on released later.
5 or 10 minutes?
I don't know what the running time is. I think that sounds about right.
One of the things I heard a rumbling about, and if this is too accurate, I will edit this and run it after. I had heard you guys might have filmed a Spider-Man thing that was going to go after the credits.
No.
Totally not true.
No.
I've asked you this before. I'll ask you it again. When does your contract end? Is it 2018?
2018.
Is it really?
2018 it is.
I'm really hoping it goes longer. I'm speaking for all fandom.
That's very nice.
I just want to throw that out there. This obviously Joss is not going to do more Avengers movies, but is he still with Marvel in the future, or is it was this the end of his deal?
I think this was the end of his overall deal. Where we go in the future, and of course he's the creator of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and I think that might be a separate deal that goes on. But he's an inherent part of the family, and I think he's going to go and rest for a while, and we're going to go and do what we did after the first Avengers, which is make a bunch of other movies. But I certainly think he will always be somebody that we look to for advice when we're at a fork in the road.
A lot of us are so excited that you're involved with the next Spider-Man movie. Can you talk a little bit about the age of Spider-Man in the movie? A lot of people have said 16, and some have said early 20s.
We want to play with Spider-Man in the high school years, because frankly, there have been 5 Spider-Man films, and the amazing thing about it is, even though there have been 5 Spider-Man films, there's so many things from the comics that haven't been done yet. Not just characters or villains or supporting characters, but sides to his character. Sort of the most obvious being, sort of the young, doesn't quite fit in kid before his powers, and then the fellow that puts on a mask and swings around and fights bad guys and doesn't shut up, which is something we want to play with and we're excited about. But also, I think it was midway through the first film, he graduated high school. The beginning of the second Mark Webb film, he graduated high school. And some of my favorite Spider-Man arcs and Spider-Man stories, he's in high school for a lot of it. And we want to explore that. That also makes him very, very different from any of our other characters in the MCU, which is something else we want to explore, is how unique he is when now put against all of these other characters. So in terms of the age of an actor we'll eventually cast, I don't know. In terms of the age of what we believe Peter Parker is, I'd say close to 15, 16 is right.
I'm out of time. Is there any chance I can ask you another question or two?
One more, please.
I want to ask about Inhumans. I might have
Next
heard...
question. No, I'm just kidding.
I heard rumblings that Adam McKay was in the running for Inhumans, and
Adam McKay's in the running for everything. Adam McKay is a great writer and director. He did an amazing pass on the Ant-Man draft with Paul Rudd for us, and I didn't know him before then. And we got to know him through that and liked him very much, and have met with him a number of times trying to find something else. So we've talked about a lot of characters with him.
Well, my last thing, I had heard a log line for Inhumans, and I want to know if it was correct or not. About a group of people that are given powers only to discover they might be part of an alien race.
Well, I'd say that's relatively fair, but that's not an official. I've never seen that as an official logline.
Totally. I will leave it there.
Cool.
He's going to kill me. Thank you so much.